Hello and welcome to Soul Guidance with Adriana. I'm Adriana. I'm a transformational abundance coach, and I help you discern the paths leading to increased self-confidence, direct spiritual alignment, and your deepest benefit. I have an intuitive reading today for you if you are feeling disconnected, kind of disconnected from your higher guidance, disconnected from your sense of direction. I'm asking my guides to give me information for you to help you get reconnected and moving again. This spread is just going to kind of flow as we go. So we're going to start though. I was given 4 cards before starting this video. The Hermit, the King of Wands, the 6 of Wands going into the Death. What I'm feeling from these cards is that this Hermit energy is asking you, through the Hermit into the King of Wands, it feels like the message is about changing the scope of your ambitions, changing your ambitions. The Hermit is shining the light on a truth that you thought was real or that you thought was still relevant for you that isn't. And it's as if they're kind of asking you in a way to scale back, but you're also being asked to look at the ambition you have and to really ask yourself, is this still in alignment with me? Because what I am feeling is that the ambition you thought you had, and you've been kind of going along trying to fulfill this ambition, or maybe not fulfill this ambition, which is why you feel stuck. The Death card approaching us here says to me that this ambition was only a doorway. It's not something for you to fulfill, but it's for something for you to question, because the true ambition is actually on the other side of this Death card. It is beyond what you think it is. So, for example, I'll just kind of give you an example from my own life. I got lots of piano performance degrees in specifically solo piano performance. I have a master's in that. And I thought that's where I was going. I thought I was going to either be a performer or I was going to teach at a university, and I was going to teach solo piano. And I got to the end of my master's and I thought, oh my God, this doesn't fit for me anymore. This King of Wands, this ambition doesn't fit for me anymore. And I realized what I actually really enjoyed was working with other people. So then I switched my program, and my doctorate is still in piano performance, but it's in collaborative piano performance. So not by myself, actually learning to collaborate and perform with others. So does that kind of make sense, how an ambition can be a doorway to something else? These cards are not saying that you've been going the wrong direction. It's been that you've been assigning the wrong value to the ambition or the goal that you have. And it's time to recognize this, be a little flexible, let go of it, and then ask it, okay, well, if this isn't quite where I want to go, where do I want to go? It's like you're on the right track, but you're grabbing onto the wrong thing. So let me see if I can get some more information. I'm not sure what question to ask next, so just give me a second while I connect here. Okay, they're saying plain advice. Top 4. Tower. Magician. Lady. Wow, this is awesome. And then 3 of Swords. And then the Lady. I'm trying to run this way for a second. Okay. The Tower is exactly what we're talking about. We've got to tear down this belief that this is your ambition. And I know that you may react kind of with sadness or regret or even perhaps frustration at receiving this message today, because it could sound like I'm saying to you, no, it's never going to happen. And that's not what's going on. But what's going on is that look beyond this ambition a little bit deeper. Look beyond this ambition down into the soul and the heart of what you actually like. because the universe is poised to help you right now. Our magician and our empress, the lady card, it's ready. But what needs to happen is that you actually have to make a clean break, a clean admission to yourself that, okay, I've been barking up not the wrong tree, but maybe this isn't the forest I need to be in. Maybe I need to be in a slightly different forest down the path. The tower gives you the permission to shatter this. Because the worst thing is trying to hold up an ambition when you don't feel passionate about it anymore. And then you end up feeling guilty for not doing work but you can't make yourself do work because then you're not feeling connected to it. So then you get into this loop and you feel disconnected, right? So I'm not feeling great about it, so I'm not doing any action. And then I'm feeling guilty because I know I should be doing action because I think I want this. What if you just drop all of that and say, well, that's what I wanted in the past, but what I want now in the future, I need to focus a little bit elsewhere. And I think eventually this King of Wands, what he represents, that ambition will come back to you. As an example, I did end up teaching at a university. I did end up having part of my career being performing, and it actually included solo for a lot of it as well. So I went back to my original ambition of solo performer teacher, but it went through a different door. It went through a different path. But what it took was that clear moment of saying, this isn't for me right now. I've been on this trajectory, but this isn't for me. I'm going to divert. The tower gives you the clarity to do that and the permission. Now, I feel like these cards are saying that when you make this choice, it's not going to be one of those magical times like at the beginning of The Alchemist, the book by Paulo Coelho, where he's on the spiritual path and then all of a sudden fortune is working out for him and it's good thing after good thing after good thing. The abundance is going to come in to match your action a little bit slower. That's our Three of Swords here. Because this isn't about you reigning in the abundance. This is about you growing. And when you make this admission to yourself that, no, I need to reconnect in a different way, that's a moment of growth. And the universe will shower you with abundance after this moment of growth has reached a certain stage. Okay, another silly little metaphor. I'm terrible at growing plants from seed, but when you're growing this seeds and the plant is this tall, really all the water they can handle is mist. If you try to pour the water on them too fast, then they get uprooted and then they're going to die. That's similar to what I'm seeing here, is that the universe will start to give you little pieces of encouragement, little bits, but it's not going to be raining of wealth and happiness. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just not going to be pouring on you yet. It will in the future, but right now you need to remember that this is in the stage of growth. So the other thing that I want to add to that is, please don't feel discouraged. When you have this moment and you decide to walk through a different door and you know this is the right aligned direction for you, please don't get discouraged if the universe doesn't immediately shower you with riches, okay? Know that you're on the right path. Just know you have to be a little bit patient here to let your growth catch up to this moment where you can handle that bigger torrent of water. Okay, I'm going to close with one more card, and I think I'm going to pull it from the Animal Oracle deck that I have. So, let's see. Okay. Red Fox, the strategy. Okay, so this is definitely a time to use your mind and to be flexible. The fox is aligned with shape-shifting energy, which can be positive or negative, but for you right now, this is the positive side. Allowing yourself to shift around your ambitions and desires a little bit more, kind of looking at them from different angles and allowing yourself to change your identity, change who you thought you were, change where you thought you were going. It's a soft kind of thing. But I love also on this card that the fox is on top of the umbrella and on top of the human. So it's looking at things from a higher perspective and from a different perspective than the human's needs. So, with that is a message of shifting your perspective to see, it's to see it from the point of the higher self. And when we're asking that question, the higher self craves growth, the higher self wants growth. And if it feels that you're going down a path that will not produce growth, then it won't allow you to go there. So, for instance, my piano metaphor, I know I've had past lives as a pianist and as a musician. And so, were I to have another solo career again, I would have no growth because I've already done that in a past life. So the idea of collaborating with others through music, that's a new thing for my soul. And that's where the higher self wants to go. So don't beat yourself up for feeling disconnected, because all this is communication from your higher self saying, you know what you were looking at wasn't going to give you or I enough growth. I want more growth for us. So let's go out looking and searching for that path. All right, thank you so much for joining me for this reading. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell if you haven't already. I release videos to help raise your vibration, help inspire you back on your path every week. They kind of vary, but I would love to see you back on the channel. If you have a comment, always lovely to hear from you. And I'll see you next time.